from our side, I think I would very strongly recommend that you take package A, which is take the money that is 25 million upfront, and it is devoid of any further risk to you. And at the same time, if you do get the FDA approval, your concern that you should not be seen as a generic over-the-counter medicine will also get resolved. You will get the satisfaction that the FDA has approved it. So professionally, I think that's the right thing for you. You will be satisfied. In addition, you're getting 5 million more upfront than what you would have got from Zums.
If knowing how confident I am that FDA approval is going to be achieved, I would like to receive some of the benefit or the payoff of the profits that'll be earned with that FDA approval. I think that, while the offer from Zums is a great offer, and this package A is certainly better than that, I think that Zums is leaving a lot of value on the table by not pursuing FDA approval. And since Zincit is in a position to pursue that on our behalf, I think that we should try to be rewarded for that. And in my opinion, package B is actually a better payout. And I believe that in package B scenario, I would actually be very likely to receive as much as, what's shown here is 35 million.
So Hassan, we are really excited about your product. It's great. You've done a fantastic job. And we are interested in helping you to put it on the market. I understand you. It is important for you to get FDA approval. So let's move on. We are offering you package E. What do you think about that? Which is $12 million today, plus $20 million in bonus if FDA approves, which is, I think, really good deal. What do you think about that?
While I already have an offer for 20 million, why would I accept less than that right out of the gate?
Like we already said, you are confident with your product, so you should be confident that FDA approves. So you're gonna get 20 million in bonus.
That's certainly true, and I am confident, but I also believe that the value of the supplement on its own should stand by itself, and there's no reason that I would accept less than that right out of the gate.
Good Spirit, can you please mute your speaker if you don't mind for 2 minutes, and
okay,
this way and say you can come back. Okay. The reason why I was starting from 25 million is that upfront that's the least value to Marta, and so she's not going to take it. And we ideally also know that our BAFTA price should be nothing less than 20 million, because 20 million is what you're getting straight up from the other company.
Agreed.
Above is what really we are trying to negotiate here. And how much of that is a factor of the risk that each of you think, number one, and number two, how strong is your desire to have the FDA say that this is not some quack thing, it's a real thing. How much are you willing to sacrifice for it? So D and E, in my opinion, is saying, I don't really care about the money. I care about the reputation or whatever. If now you need to decide on your side, in my opinion, I strongly think it doesn't matter what anybody else is. If somebody is giving you X dollars to take less than that, is completely, you should have no deal. That, ideally, both you and I want to get to B. But if you start with B, knowing what we learned in the course, as well as all our past experiences, there is no way in hell anybody accept your first offer, which is why I started with A. Right.
option D and E should be taken off of the table, because I will walk away and go to Zums before I take those offers. It's really impossible for me to accept a deal that's less than the 20 million that I'm already being offered. And so what you're presenting to me isn't going to work. But I would be willing to, make a concession with package A, knowing that, you know, there is risk associated with the FDA approval, and you are assuming a lot of that risk. And I'll walk away from that and allow you to pursue all of that on your own for an additional $5 million up front. How does that sound to you?
I'm actually willing to move towards option D, 17 million and 15 million in bonus. If you're gonna go with Zums, bear in mind that they're gonna offer you 20 million, but it will be sold as a supplement, not as a medicine. And I know that you don't want that.
So I would be happier knowing that my supplement was approved by FDA, and I do believe that the FDA is likely to approve it, but it's still impossible for me to accept less money today
You should be
than
confident.
for the promise of something that may not be there tomorrow. And furthermore, while I believe that FDA approval is likely, the Zincit team is taking on a lot of the responsibility and
Dude,
ownership of managing that process.
We're investing already 10 million. We've got a team who previously was dealing with the similar cases. So they are knowledgeable, they are experienced. You really should be confident with your product. How about if we're gonna move towards option C? We're gonna give you 20 million, the same as Zams, and less in bonus, because just the 10 million, I mean just.
Yeah.
But how does it sound?
So I'd like to consult with Massey at this time.
Okay.
Yeah. So Hassan, I think at this point, given that these are the only 5 choices that in this case study we are allowed to select, I think you should take her offer, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with that, Massey. As I was, initially looking at this, I really felt like option B was my best option, and I still think it's better than C. But I think that as I understand a little bit more about the risk that Zincit's assuming, I feel like this really optimizes the scenario for me, really for our team. And so, Marta, I'm prepared to accept C.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. I'm going to get the paperwork ready for you.
Perfect.